Good morning, everyone. This is Rahul Sharma, Vedic practitioner from Chicago. Today, I will be releasing my video number 158 on Vastu Mantra about the architecture art in box 32 of our Sarvatobhadra Mandal. It has been taken again from the book written by my Gurudev Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya, Mata Bhagavati Devi Sharma, in the Karmkand Bhaskar, page 95. Living space and the working space. Or if you're doing business, we call it working space. So let's understand what the mantra in Sanskrit says. How does it apply to our daily activities in life? Om Vastuspati Prati Jagnahi Hade Mantra Fasho Anumivo Bhavanah Yatve Mahe Pratitanno Jushashva Shamno Bhava Dvipade Sham Chatushpade Om Vastu Purushaya Namah Avahayami Stapajami Pujayami Dhyayami. In literal Hindi meaning, ए वास्तु के स्वामी हमें पहचाने, हमारे घर में प्रवेश करे, रोग रहित बने, जो हम आपके लिए करें उसे आप स्वीकार करें, दो पैरों वाले और चार पैरों वाले सभी के लिए कल्याण करें, यानी कि हम ह्यूमन बीइंग एज अ टू लेग्ड एंड चार पैरों वाले हमारे जानवर, हमारे पेट्स एंड अदर थिंग. हे वास्तु पुरुष, आपको नमस्कार. मैं आह्वान करता हूँ, स्थापित करता हूँ, पूजा करता हूँ, ध्यान करता हूँ. इसका लाभ क्या है? यह मंत्र वास्तु दोष से मुक्ति दिलाता है, घर में सुख, शांति और समृद्धि लाता है, सभी जीवों के कल्याण की चेतना विकसित करता है, कला, सौंदर्य और व्यवस्था की भावना प्रदान करता है. In English, literal translation, O Lord of dwelling, recognize us, enter our home, be free from disease, accept what we offer you, bring welfare to both bipeds and quadrupeds. O Vastu Purusha, salutation, invoke, establish, worship and meditate. Benefit of this mantra: provide relief from any Vastu defects, bring happiness, peace and prosperity to our home, develop the consciousness of welfare for human and the animals, provide sense of art, beauty and culture. And in Gujarati, this is the meaning and this is the benefit. Let's talk about what does it translates to in terms of Gurudev's entire teaching. Gurudev Pandit Shriram Sharma Acharya taught that Vastu represents the consciousness of sacred space, recognizing that our environment shapes our consciousness. The mantra requests for disease-free and welfare shows that right architecture creates right living. In his design of Shantikunj, which is the headquarters of Gayatri Tirth in Haridwar, India, and guidance on the home construction, Gurudev explained Vastu consciousness means understanding that space is not neutral. It either supports or hinders the spiritual growth. The mantra addresses the Vastu Purusha, the cosmic being in land, showing respect for the earth. The phrase Dvipade Sham Chatushpade, that means welfare for two-legged like humans and four-legged our animals, proves the true Vastu considers all beings, not just humans. From the Shantikunj architecture, Gurudev designed meditation halls, yagyashala and living quarters following the Vastu principle integrated with the modern practicality. He wrote, Vastu is not superstition but environmental psychology, how the direction, the light, air flow affects our consciousness. We all understand who lives in cold area like Chicago and east coast of USA. In winter time when there is no sunlight, how we feel versus a day which is sunny and bright and how we feel. That's where our house should be constructed, that you can get the best of the light, best of the airflow, best of the fresh air and natural light. That's how the Vastu really means, and no superstition. So ancient Rishi already understood what modern architects are discovering now. That was already discovered long back in thousands of years ago. So this mantra four-fold invocation represents Vichar Kranti holistic approach to sacred space. How? Let's see that. Invoke Ahvan means call upon the awareness of the space impact on the consciousness. How our room should be there, how our things should be organized, how our table should be organized, how our kitchen should be organized, how our bedroom should be organized and neat, clean. Establishing means creating a physical environment supporting the spiritual growth. Worshipping puja means honoring the earth and all beings in the design decision. When you're keeping design in mind, think about everyone, including your pets. Meditation means reflecting that the beauty, the order, art elevate the consciousness. This transform from unconscious inhabitation to conscious co-creation with the space like Vastu Purusha, who makes the land sacred. We make our environments temples, and let's understand this thing to their life. Something. Okay. The very first example is the B.V. Doshi. B.V. Doshi is the Indian architect and Pritzker Prize winner. Doshi embodies the Vastu's sacred architecture. He invoked the philosophy that buildings should serve community, not ego. Established 100 plus projects blending traditional Indian wisdom with modernism. Worshipped local climate, material, culture, and meditates on the architecture as service, like Sham Dvipade means welfare for people. His Aranya low-cost housing in Indore demonstrates Vastu Purusha consciousness of building 6,500 homes designed for poor families with courtyard, natural ventilation, community space. Like the mantra Anamivo, which is disease free, his design promote health through light, air, greenery. He said, architecture is about improving lives, not showcasing talent. First Indian to win Pritzker Prize, which is the architecture's novel kind of equivalent. Benefit, he designed 100 plus building across 70 years, won Pritzker Prize at 90, the age of 90, that again the Sarp Mantra which I talked in last week. Having patience and you continue to work with persistence, you're going to get rewarded. Influence sustainable Indian architecture, proved that honoring space as Vastu as sacred like Vastu consciousness and building serving generations on there. Let's talk about some example. Laurie Baker was a British Indian architect, or we call it Gandhi of the architecture. Laurie exemplifies the Vastu's ecological wisdom. He invoked low-cost sustainable design for 50 years in India, established 1,000 plus building using local material, local labor, and worshipped earth through minimal environmental impact, and meditated on building with honesty and recognizing the owner material. His mud brick homes with natural cooling, rainwater harvesting, and organic forms demonstrate the Dvipade Sham Chatushpade, welfare for all beings, buildings that don't harm environment, like Vastu Purush, making land as sacred. He honored each site unique character. Anami Bhavo, that means natural ventilation, lighting creates healthy, disease-free homes. He designed over 15,000 buildings in Kerala. The benefit of this is built 1,000 plus ecological homes, transformed Kerala architecture, lived 90 years of life, proved that Vastu consciousness, respecting earth, climate, culture, creates a sustainable architecture. So these two good examples should be good enough for you to understand every single mantra in our Vedic cultures is very meaningful, and we need to have a great respect and attention to learn everything and teach to our next generation. Gurudev's book on Shantikunj Ek Divya Tirth, available through the online site, describe how Gurudev designed Shantikunj following Vastu principle integrated with the modern functionality, details how architecture supporting spiritual practice on meditation halls, Yagishala, garden creates transformative environment, shows the Vastu consciousness applied, practically respecting earth while serving the human evolution. Now let's talk about in today's best-selling books are any books related to the same mantra. So let's talk about a pattern language by Christopher Alexander. His architecture Alexander masterwork identified 253 timeless patterns creating life-affirming buildings from city planning to room design. His patterns like light on two sides and 6-foot balcony demonstrates the Vastu consciousness, understanding how spatial arrangements affect human well-being. His approach honors intuitive wisdom about the space. How does this relate to Vastu Mantra? He embodies the Sham Chatushpade, welfare for human, through design, shows how ancient patterns like Vastu encode the wisdom about creating Anabivo, which is disease-free, healthy environment that support the human flourishing. Similar second book, which again gives you the belief about our culture and teachings thousands of years ago, is the life-changing magic of tidying up by Mary Kondo. So Kondo's KonMari method teaches that organizing space transforms consciousness. Her practice of thanking objects, her folding methods creating beauty, her category by category approach demonstrate Vastu Purusha respect, treating space and objects as having sacred dimensions worthy of conscious attention. How does this relate to Vastu Mantra? Teaches the Prati Pratijnani recognize our relationship with the space and objects, shows how conscious ordering like Vastu can help Anabhibho, which is environments where both man and animal consciousness become clear and organized. I think that should be good enough for you to understand and respect the value in our culture. So as an action item, understand the meaning and benefit of Vastu Mantra going forward. Have a card of Sarvatobhadra Mandal in your wallet or car to remind you each time all the power of 33 boxes. Apply within yourself, constantly remind yourself, constantly transform yourself, have patience, and chant this mantra, especially at those times when creating harmonious living and working space. If you're not feeling calmness at your home or your work, think about the Vastu Mantra. Developing consciousness of environment's impact, honoring all beings, human, animals, nature in design. Cultivating beauty, art, and the sacred order. Specific to this mantra, again I am repeating these two books, A Pattern Language and The Life-Changing Magic. Complete list of books available in my link for recommend best-selling books, and contact me if you have any questions. Rahul Renu Sharma at gmail.com. Yes, thank you.